Have you ever said one simple word on a date and suddenly the whole mood changes? The temperature drops and you know you messed up.
Oh, definitely. Words have power, especially when emotions are involved. Today, we are revealing the 5 most dangerous words in dating and relationships. Trust me, you want to avoid these if you want a second date. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I am your host, Maya, and I am here to help you navigate not just the English language, but the tricky situations we use it in.
And I am Alex. Welcome to the show, everybody. We are so glad you are tuning in. Today, we have a very spicy, very relatable topic. We are talking about dating. More specifically, we are talking about dating disasters caused by bad vocabulary choices.
That is right, Alex. When you're learning English, you spend a lot of time memorizing vocabulary and grammar rules. But sometimes a word that seems completely harmless in a textbook can be an absolute disaster in real life. Tone, context, and emotion change the meaning of words entirely.
Exactly. You might think you're just having a normal conversation, but your date hears something completely different. It's like stepping on a verbal landmine. Boom, the date is over, and you're left paying the bill in awkward silence.
So true. Today, we're going to look at 5 specific words that you should be very, very careful with when you're dating or in a relationship. These words can make you sound passive-aggressive, dismissive, or just plain rude. We want to help you communicate better and build stronger connections.
And to show you exactly how dangerous these words can be, we're going to listen to a little conversation. Let's imagine a couple, Liam and Chloe. They're out on a dinner date, but things are not going very smoothly.
Pay close attention to the words they use and how the tone of the conversation shifts. See if you can spot the 5 dangerous words before we even explain them.
So, I was looking at the menu, and I am not really sure what to get. Do you want to share an appetizer or just get our own main courses?
Whatever. I don't really care.
Whatever? Are you sure? You seem a little bit annoyed. Did I say something wrong on the car ride over here?
No, I said it is fine. Everything is perfectly fine, Liam.
Okay, well, you don't sound fine. You always do this. You get quiet, and then you expect me to read your mind.
Excuse me? I always do this? You're unbelievable. You never actually listen to me when I try to explain how I'm feeling. You just want to rush through the conversation so you can go back to talking about your fantasy football team.
Whoa, that is not fair. I listened to you. Why are you acting so crazy right now? We're just trying to order dinner.
Did you just call me crazy? Wow. You know what? Suddenly, I'm not hungry anymore. You can eat by yourself.
Ouch, that was painful to listen to. The tension in that conversation escalated so quickly.
Yeah, Liam is definitely eating dinner alone tonight. That went from 0 to 100 in about 30 seconds, and it was all because of the vocabulary they chose.
Exactly. Let us break this down in our language takeaway. We are going to look at the 5 dangerous words used in that dialogue, explain why they ruin communication, and give you some better alternatives. Let us start with the first word, whatever.
Ah, yes, whatever. On paper, it just means it does not matter or any option is okay. But in an argument or tense situation, whatever is incredibly dismissive. It tells the other person, I don't care about your opinion and I'm ending this conversation.
Right. Listen to how Chloe used it. She said, whatever, I don't really care. It instantly shuts down the partner's attempt to connect. Instead of whatever, it's much healthier to express your actual preference or ask for more time. For example, you could say, I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. Can we decide in a few minutes?
That's much better. Okay, moving on to dangerous word number 2, fine. When Liam asked if she was annoyed, Chloe replied, no, I said it's fine. Everything is perfectly fine, Liam.
This is a classic dating trap. In English, fine means acceptable or satisfactory. How is the weather? It's fine. But when someone is upset, saying, I'm fine, almost always means the exact opposite. It's passive-aggressive. It forces the other person to guess what's really wrong.
I have fallen into the fine trap so many times. If someone says I'm fine with a sharp tone, you know you're in trouble. A much better alternative is to be honest. You could say, I'm actually feeling a little frustrated right now, and I need a moment before we talk about it.
Perfect. Honesty is key. Now, the next two dangerous words usually travel together. They are always and never. In the dialogue, Liam said, "You always do this," and Chloe responded, "You never actually listen to me."
These are absolute words. They're dangerous because they're rarely 100% true. When you tell your partner they always do something bad or never do something good, they immediately get defensive. They'll stop listening to your feelings and start trying to prove you wrong by finding the one time they didn't do it.
Exactly. Absolute words attack a person's character instead of addressing the specific behavior. Let's practice some better phrasing. Instead of saying, "You never listen to me," you can focus on the specific moment and say, "I feel unheard when I'm trying to share my feelings with you."
Or instead of, "You always leave your clothes on the floor," you can say, "It frustrates me when I see your clothes on the floor today." Keep it specific to the current situation. Don't drag the past 10 years of history into a conversation about socks.
Great advice, Alex. That brings us to our final and perhaps most dangerous word on the list, crazy. Liam made the ultimate mistake when he asked, "Why are you acting so crazy right now?"
Ah, man, Liam, that was a fatal error. Never, ever call your partner crazy, especially when they're expressing their emotions. It's incredibly invalidating.
Yes, using the word crazy gaslights the other person. It sends the message that their feelings are irrational, silly, and not worth taking seriously. Even if you think they're overreacting, calling them crazy will only make them angrier. Instead of judging their reaction, try to understand it. You could say, "I can see that you're really upset, and I want to understand why."
So, just to summarize our language takeaway, here are 5 phrases demonstrating the dangerous words you should avoid. Number 1, whatever, just do what you want. Number 2, don't worry about it, I'm fine. Number 3, you always ignore my suggestions. Number 4, you never help me with the chores. And number 5, you're acting completely crazy over nothing.
Erase those phrases from your dating vocabulary. If you can remove these 5 words from your arguments, your relationships will be so much healthier. Now it is time for our Fluency Builder, where we give you a specific technique to make your English sound more natural and emotionally intelligent. Today's tip is all about softening your language using I statements.
When we get emotional, it is very easy to use you statements. You made me angry. You are not listening. You always do this. You statements point a finger directly at the other person. In English, this sounds very aggressive and accusatory.
To sound more mature and fluent in conflict resolution, switch the focus to yourself by starting your sentences with "I feel." Instead of saying, "You are ignoring me," you change it to, "I feel ignored when you look at your phone while I'm talking."
Notice the difference? The I statement takes ownership of the emotion. You're not attacking them, you're simply sharing your internal experience. This invites the other person to empathize with you rather than fight back.
Let us practice one more. Change the you statement, "You never plan romantic dates anymore." How would you make that an I statement, Alex?
I would say, I feel disconnected lately, and I would love it if we could plan a special date night together.
Excellent. It sounds so much softer, yet it communicates the exact same need. Practicing I statements will dramatically improve both your English fluency and your relationship skills.
All right, I have a confession to make. I am sitting here giving all this great relationship advice, but I have definitely been guilty of using these dangerous words. Let me tell you about a disastrous Valentine's Day date I had a few years ago.
Oh no, I love a good disaster story. What happened?
Well, I was dating this girl, let's call her Sarah. I had made reservations at a really nice Italian restaurant. We got there, and unfortunately, they had lost our reservation. The host told us there would be a 2-hour wait.
Yikes! On Valentine's Day? That is so stressful.
Very stressful. I turned to Sarah and asked, what should we do? Should we wait or try to find another place? And she looked at me, crossed her arms, and said the dreaded word, whatever.
Oh, the passive-aggressive whatever. She was definitely upset that you didn't double-check the reservation.
Exactly. But instead of recognizing that she was upset, I got defensive. I said, well, you never helped me plan these things, so don't be mad at me. Boom, I used the word never.
Alex, you broke the golden rule. You attacked her with an absolute word.
I know. It got worse. She replied, I am perfectly fine. Let us just go home. And I, like an idiot, said, why are you acting so crazy? It's just dinner.
You hit the jackpot. You used never, she used fine and whatever, and you finished it off with crazy. Let me guess you did not eat Italian food that night.
We did not eat anything that night. We drove home in complete silence. We broke up a few weeks later. So when we tell you these words are dangerous, I am speaking from painful, hungry experience.
Thank you for sharing your trauma with us, Alex. That is the perfect example of how quickly bad communication can ruin a romantic evening. Let us do a quick review to make sure our listeners do not make the same mistakes.
Okay, quick test for everyone listening. Try to remember the 5 dangerous words we discussed today. Ready? Go.
If you said whatever, fine, always, never, and crazy, you are absolutely correct.
Remember, these words shut down communication, cause defensiveness, and invalidate your partner's feelings. Replace them with I statements, honesty, and specific observations instead of absolute judgments.
That is all the time we have for today on the English Learning Podcast. We hope you learned some valuable vocabulary that will keep your relationships healthy and happy. Keep practicing and remember to think before you speak.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll catch you in the next episode. Bye.
Goodbye.